Greetings and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Glenn Sutphin, and this is Get the News Straight. With me tonight is political pundit, a man called Chris Dorsey, and we're having massive difficulties here, so we're going to get whatever we get, mate. So just, I'll start off. I found a FTP site that I was alerted to, and I started checking into it, and found that it went to the what was it, WCRB? Is that the...
I thought it was is it WRCB?
WRCB. I'm not looking at anything because, like I said, the computer is fucking up. I'm going by memory. But yeah, anyway, I found this thing and thought it was fairly interesting, and had to do a lot of research on it, and I sent it to you. What did you think about what I sent you?
It's the election results for 2016. WRCB has put out the election results for the 2016 presidential race and dozens of other elections.
Well, actually, it was all 50 states. It was all 50 states. Yeah.
All 50 states, and what I thought when you sent it to me was, oh my God, you found the smoking gun, pretty much right away. And this was slept on by pretty much everyone else for at least another 12 hours. So, I mean, it was just similar to what we saw back in 2012 in that incident where election results were appearing at the bottom of screen during one of those judge shows on multiple, mainstream media outlets back in 2012 showing Obama winning the election over Romney. Well, this was several weeks before the election. But, yeah, Glenn, there's much more to the story, so I'll just pass it back to you.
Yeah, I appreciate it, because, like I said, I gave it to you because I was like, I got to keep going. I'm on a trail, but this has to go out, and then you made a video on it. And I included that in the first article I wrote, and I'm updating I'm doing the second article now, which this video or whatever I can get out of this video will go into the article. Where were we? Oh yeah,
there's much more to it. Like, you contacted the
right. Okay, let me get back to thank you, because like I said, I'm so scatterbrained because we already did this interview once and technical difficulties ruined all of it, and it was a great interview, and now I'm trying to remember what we all said. But yeah, so I found out, and I went ahead and after you posted the thing, I posted there, I called the TV station out personally over Fedbook, and and demanded a response as press. It's like, hey, are you helping rig the elections? The press wants to know. And they contacted me back after about 10 minutes, which was really amazing because usually I don't hear shit from the media. And they gave me a canned, lawyered up response, and then they started erasing all the stuff off of Fedbook.
So what was that response? Wasn't it something to the effect of this is a test?
Yeah, it's a workflow test for testing to see. Well, later they posted this, but I'm combining the two of them. They said, it's a test to make sure that the check mark appears in the right place on this thing. But then they erased all the stuff off the internet they erased it off of it, but I had already carbon copied it to you, tagged you in it, and it was already on my page, so it doesn't matter. They erased it. There's a copy of it still on Fedbook, and anybody can look at it.
They can look at it.
And I'm including the responses and their screen captures in the article I'm writing now. So, but anyway, I got a hold of them, and they go, well, we're just testing, and we're testing the graphics. I mean, that's the combined response. Because they started spinning this about 6 hours ago because they have to, because they're hemorrhaging now, because I hit them real hard. And media wants to know, but the media is getting nothing. The only person that got contact with them was the press, AI, me, and I have their responses. And I give them a B- on their response and everything. and we can go into that. I go into detail on that in my blog.
Sure. And I think that, maybe the lead to this whole story is who actually. I mean, we can get into.
Well, okay. I know where you're going with this, mate.
Who's ultimately responsible?
Okay.
Who seems to be calling and rigging these elections and getting the information out to the public?
I can simply answer that in 2 letters. AP.
The Associated Press.
The Associated Press, owned by Reuters, owned by Rothschilds. So, as you always say, it's all Jew financed, all Jew banked, and mostly Jew run. And there's the proof there that it fits into what you're saying, that it's the Jews that are doing this. But Hillary seems to have a lot of influence in it because she can command her propaganda going out is, okay, I can command it, and they let her. But they're starting to. It's kind of, I don't know, because you hear I know both sides of this coin, and I also know the rim of the fucking coin, and it all says the same thing, but it's like, where are we going with it? Right now I'm looking into, hard looking into the AP, and I've contacted...
So real quick, before we get into another kind of Cohen incidental Rothschild connection to the predicting... exact predictions of the elections. What particular information is there? Any other information about how this particular screen graphic?
Well, they call it they call it a workflow. So we'll use their terms. Their workflow, yes. Okay, Bev Harris.
Hold up, Glenn. How is it getting from the states? How is it getting from the individual states' election websites to WRCB through AP? How is it getting there before the election even is complete?
Well, what I was trying to get into is Bev Harris uncovered this fractional magic that they use, and you can use a program, and you can go and manipulate the results, and it prints out what I sent you is the printout from this program, in the simplest terms, going, oh look, Hillary won, without any indication of where it came from or whatever, because supposedly nobody's going to question the AP. I'm questioning the AP now because I found out they're putting out results before the election, and how close are these results going to be to after the election, because in 2014 I caught them at the very beginning with 0 precincts reporting in, and they were already predicting winners, and those winners pretty much wound up being the winners. I don't know if the percentages were the same, but the people winning were the same. The prediction was the same. So,
Glenn, real quick, then also, and doesn't that also show that basically they can formulate any sort of result that they wish, even if they switch it around?
Yes.
And make Trump the winner?
Yes. Either way, they can control the narrative to their advantage, and it's all internal. We've already shown that the machines can be rigged. It can be rigged at the box office, rigged at the machine level. It can be rigged at the county level, at the state level, at the federal level. I mean, it goes all the way to the top and all the way to the bottom. George Soros, Rupert Murdoch.
You showed that it can be rigged between the results coming from the states and this AP graphic that is sent to all of the news affiliates around the world.
Yes, and then it gets repeated, and all they are repeaters. We know that. Copy and paste. You take the one header off, you put your header on it, and bing, instant results. Well, if it's already made up beforehand, what good are the damn results? Like I've always said, I don't vote because it's all fucking rigged from the top down, bottom up. It's fucking a scam. It's 3-card Monty, and I'm the one in the park going, wait a minute, that motherfucking bum's got a card in his pocket. And I pull the card out and said, see, and everybody still goes, well, you're an idiot. And they still keep playing the game. So you know what? You get what you deserve. but I'm pulling back the curtain and going, "Hey Oz, here's the great wizard. It's a little, a little shriveled up man. It looks like Palpatine, from the Empire Strikes Back or whatever. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Soros looks like that, and it's all connected to the same fucking people. Soros, Murdoch, Time Warner, all the 6 major ones, and and then you can also tie in China into that because they're trying to buy the 6 major corporations, so they also can influence what's going on in our elections. And if it's controlled by the AP, nobody's going to question it because they're legit. Well, I'm legit and I'm questioning them, and you're questioning them because you got eyes and you saw the same thing. You're like, what exactly did you see when I showed you the results? You went, holy God, this is the holy grail. I mean, it's like, it's self-explanatory.
It shows everything. It shows to me.
Yeah.
It shows to me.
Keep going.
And Max is
he wants to get his word in.
But anyway, it shows to me, number one, right off the bat, that this is probably likely going to be the results of the election. This is likely going to, this is how it's likely going to play out. This is my opinion. I think it's likely that Hillary Clinton will be the winner. She will probably get about 42% of the vote. But beyond that, it just shows that regardless of anything, they can make all of these numbers up, and they're putting it out there for everyone to see. And if you basically think that your vote counts, or that, even if your vote did count, that you had any influence through your vote to any of these individuals who are engaged in war against you, you're an absolute sucker at this point.
Yeah, pretty much, mate. I mean, that's what I'm trying to get at there. It's like, at this point, we've already proven that elections are fucking useless. They're going to do what they want, put who they want in, and they can control the results by making up a graphic and going, these are the official results. And the only way you can check it is you got to go back into the machine and look at each individual ballot, which they've already admitted they erase at the end of the evenings on some of these things, or hourly. So,
with 100% of the precincts reporting before the precincts,
right, before the precincts ever open. And also, like I said, I mean, and I caught them red-handed in 2014 with the official release with 0% reporting in with 100% winners, and who was going to. And I have the Virginia results, and I'm going to take those results, and at the end of the evening, when all the results are tallied up and they release the official, I'm going to see how close it is to the results I already have. I guarantee you it's going to be probably pretty close. It might not be exact, but I imagine that it's going to show the same thing we've already uncovered before the election. So you know what? Everybody, stop voting and see what the fuck happens. The results are already in, and that's what it's going to be. I mean, pretty damn much. I mean, at this point, I don't have any faith to say, well, something might happen, and they might have had a result with Trump being in the winner, or they might even had a result of Vermin Supreme being the winner. If it was truly random, you would expect to find at least every candidate winning, because that's a random sample. They said, it's random. I said, yeah, okay. Where's the Trump winning? Well, it's random. Okay, where's the other candidates win? Well, and we already know.
Have you heard about something they're calling the poll of polls? Basically, they're saying, like, this is like the most reliable in a combination of other polls, because there's all these different election polls from all these battleground states, the national polls, like the voter polls, so they're calling something the poll of polls, and this poll of polls looks a lot like the election result. So I was interested in investigating a little bit further with you how they were saying, like, they didn't really have any sort of good excuse. Like, they didn't even answer, like, hey, why are you guys putting out election results? Like, why is this, why is your name and these, like, lawyers, bar association lawyers, like, at the top of this thing? and every single election in great freaking detail, in complete detail.
Pretty much.
In finished detail.
I mean, they left out a bunch. There were a lot of zero results in there, but on the things that mattered,
far down.
right? But on the things that mattered the most, they were all filled in. The things that were minor issues or not really precinct counts and shit, there was none of that. But on the things that mattered, everything was filled in and checked, and the majority of it was for Hillary Clinton. And before I get to that, as I was arguing with them and they were scrubbing the stuff off the internet, they put out a pro-Hillary piece on the opening news. Hillary's ahead in the polls, and it's like, yeah, well, when you fucking make them up, of course she's ahead. And then, yes, it becomes easy to predict the shit when you make it up. I mean, shit, it's wrestling. I've already,
Yeah, I'm not so sure these numbers about the turnout that they're not fabricating them up high.
Well, they are, mate. I mean, we found there are precincts that are reporting in with 104 to 120 voter outturn.
Very good point.
So how the hell can you have over 100%? How can you fucking have 100% turnout? Yes, maybe in one precinct, and it'd be an anomaly everyone. It would truly be random, and it would happen. But when you see several of these things in a group that are 100 to 120% reporting in, and there aren't that many fucking voters in that, and the voters in the Democrats, let's say, outweigh the Republicans by 20 to 1. So you can, and when you manipulate the results and you've got that fractional magic that you can use and redo it, and then you put out a graphic that says, look, I cleaned it up, and there's no way for anybody to go back and tally the votes, check them, do whatever. Yeah, it's wrapped up, and it becomes three-card Monty. And
sure, and we haven't even addressed the fact that things like before this year, before that Northrop Grumman VITA report, because VITA and Northrop Grumman, they run all the elections computers in the Commonwealth of Virginia, the state of Virginia. They said that their password, this is VITA and Northrop Grumman's password, was ABC123.
Yes.
And
the other,
this is well documented.
Well, another password was P&SSWORD.
Well,
that's
right. That's
yeah.
right. That's
So or 00, because they don't go and reset the factory code on them, and
right.
And you could buy a card and put it in there and change it yourself.
And so they know.
Yeah.
That these are getting.
And it was all over the news, and it's the same machines that Romney hacked. They're still in there as Romney, so all they got to do is go change Romney out and put next person's in, and they're already set, ready to go to take a. So we're already proved all that there, and there's a lot. Getting back to what you said, that poll of polls. Well, when you have all these fake polls going around too, where they've oversampled, 5-to-1 margin in favor of whoever they want to win. Like, okay, let's just go with Hillary because that's who they had winning. They want Hillary to win 5-to-1.
Yeah.
But then you get this poll of polls of all this fake crap, and you're going to get the skewed fucking result that makes it look like that's the smoke and mirrors. What I found is the smoking gun going, here it is in black and white. They've already done it. The fix is in.
Oh, I was just combining those because
like understandable.
That there were a lot of conflicting polls. So this seemed the results that they were showing on the Chattanooga NBC affiliate that was getting the information that you through you interrogating them got them to admit and throw AP
under the bus, which
everyone to know that is the absolute source.
Yeah,
and who the information from that comes from
RCB or something.
RCB, yeah.
I think it's W. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not looking at it because my machine's all messed up. But
So
yeah,
NBC
anyway, it's in my
affiliate-
report.
NBC affiliate in Chattanooga, Tennessee, which is the station that put out the complete election results up until less than 24 hours ago. Anybody could click on their link, and they could
It's still it is still on the Wayback Machine, but only the second catch that I caught, because I caught the first one where it was there's 2 pages that were up, and they scrubbed the first page, and I commented on their thing again, and they scrubbed the second page, and then InfoWars hit them, and they've got their information from the original person that put it out and the Wayback Machine, but I got it right off of the FTP site. So
right.
Okay.
So yes, then through you having all this leverage, saying, "Hey, look, you've got to explain yourself a little bit,"
Yeah.
and they're like,
Whoops!
AP.
It wasn't us. It was AP.
I guess they're gonna find out anyways, and if you were gonna find out because it was not going to be difficult for you to find out. So if you found out and they didn't say it, they would start being like a really, and their news director, who we haven't even, we can do a simple Google search. And
I'm not even against.
Put the guy's name in this comment section, unless you've already done it, Glenn. But hey, you guys listening, you can find out who the news director is. So he actually did the right thing, and if he hadn't told you it was the AP,
right,
he would have been covering all of this election fixing, because this isn't like it's fixed.
Right. Now, I want to say something about that, because I don't blame the TV station. They were following their orders, but they gave me the information I required when I required it in a timely fashion, and they got back with me in a timely fashion the first time, and then the second time they went and talked to their lawyers and said, fuck this, and we already gave you all the information, and I thanked them and told them to have a nice day. And then I commented again that they gave me the information. I'm not technically against them. I'm against the tactics they used afterwards.
Sure. It's
the
AP. It's the AP.
Right.
And
the AP is the one I'm going
some
after,
of these guys, they're high up in this criminal operation, and some of them, they're very both compromised and threatened. When they put this out there, it's like, wow, like they're really putting their life in their own hands. But the thing is, it's the AP, it's the Associated Press, and obviously there's a lot of folks involved underneath the Rothschilds, of course. At the top, it's the Rothschilds, and that reminds me of David Rothschild, and probably not the David Rothschild you're thinking of at home, but David Rothschild, who works for Microsoft and is a quote-unquote economist for Microsoft.
Well, yeah, Microsoft is one of them companies that that owns AP, that supposedly AP owns, but it's the other way around, because they, how they Weishaupt shit. They turn it around.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, great terminology. And what about David Rothschild? You know about David Rothschild, don't you, Glenn?
The one that you're
amazing at just predicting everything, isn't he?
Yes, yeah. Well, like I stated, it's pretty easy to predict something when you make the damn results up yourself and put them out. So, of course, you're going to be right all the time.
So it's just very interesting that we have all these Rothschild connections, not only the Hillary and Bill connection to Evelyn Rothschild and his old lady, but the connections with the actual fixing of the election and the Rothschilds, the demons who must be eradicated from the planet and have all their assets seized very immediately. Along with the Vatican and pretty much.
Well, we start at the top, take the head out, and then we work our way down.
Start at the top. Amen.
Yeah. Start at the top, and we get rid of a lot of this shit. And as it goes down, we hold them accountable as to. I mean, the lower downs that don't really fucking know, I can't blame, I'm not going to hold them as guilty, especially if they don't know. I mean, just like this TV station, they know, but they did the right fucking thing, and now they're covering their ass, and they're getting what they deserve. So
David Rothschild is the one who is the go-to guy as far as predicting election results.
Correct.
So they've got all the bases covered, don't they?
Correct. Well,
there's a I think it's Matthew Rothschild with Facebook as well.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them all over, and and Rockefellers and the other various names of that family. That
let's put out Greenberg because the AIG is really important. Because
and also Bloomberg,
insurance companies for the central banks.
Right, and also Bloomberg and the usual suspects, Soros, Carlos Slim, all of them they're all implicated in this. And this is what it proves. I mean, and especially when they say it's the AP, and I'm like, well, thank you. You gave me what I needed.
All one needs to know is
exactly. You already threw them under the bus. You implicated that you knew about it, and that and they did put it back to zero where it needs to be before the election. But we already know it's all rigged because they could pull out another fucking graphic and go, boop, hey, there you go. Hey, hey, we worked this one up. It's all real. We just made it up.
Hey,
you'll believe it? Yeah.
Mick, whatever.
Yeah.
Dude from
I want to see Vermin Supreme. He's the one with the fire boot on his head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I'd like to see him win. That'd be an upset. I would believe in elections then. It would be like, yes, okay. Yeah, if something like that happened, yes, I would bow down and go, register me up for life, I'm voting. It would, because you know what I mean? No, but you know what I mean. It would never fucking happen, mate. We know this. We already know Hillary won, so, but yeah, getting back to that, I'm going to hold these results and see how close they are to the Virginia results at the end of their selection, because
and as I said before, and we just got done saying, just because, and I think that the results will be the same.
I think they're going to be close. I don't think they're going to be exactly, but they're going to be close.
What the results that were in this report from the Chattanooga NBC.
You know what we should do? We should look at how many Democrats and how many Republicans voted and see if there's that many in the state registered to those two parties. Because I guarantee you that those numbers will not mix.
Oh yeah, they can never make the numbers match.
Yeah, they can never make the numbers match. So right there, that it's like, if there's 300,000 registered and you got 500 voting of that one section, the numbers never add up. That's what I'm saying. And then when you start looking at this shit, and then you go, oh fuck, here it is in black and white. Well, in living color, here it is with the lawyers that are supporting this shit. Anybody supporting those lawyers needs your fucking head examined. Right there.
The Bar Association, obviously.
Well, yeah. Well, that's British. Right there.
I think also, to be fair to the British people, it's more like
Rothschild British.
London operation.
Well, Zionist Rothschild British.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, and particularly like Ernst and Young operating out of the city of London.
Right. It all revolves back to the
Bank of Russia from there, and the Bank of China, and the Federal Reserve.
It all goes back to the Vatican, to the London Hill, all of it.
And of course, the Rothschild control of the Vatican.
And DC. So the three. So
and as I always state too, Basel, Switzerland,
correct.
Bank for International Settlements.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, they're controlling it all. These Russians, they're government leaders. We require their neutralization too, because they're attempting to come onto our turf. These Russian Jews are like Putin are attempting to come over on our turf. Our turf being Europe and the United States of America, and they're in on it with the Clintons and the Trumps. And there's so many connections to Vladimir Putin between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump that they both ought to be declared ineligible as they are clear foreign agents, not only of China, Israel, but also Russia.
Well, if you must vote none of the above. Vote non-competence and then the whole thing. Just say none of them.
Arrest them all.
Yeah.
Vote neutralize.
Neutralize the elite. Delete the elite and
everything. But what I'm saying above all, I think the best is just to say, There's no real political activism other than the active, requirement of all government agencies to hand over their power, which they're getting their authority from foreign sources, as we stated earlier, back to the American people. We need to know exactly what these creeps are doing because they're engaging in war against us. And Glenn, as you always point out, these states and this so-called United States of America, we know that they don't operate under that Constitution for the United States of America anymore, and they don't even operate under the 50 states that ignore the Constitution anymore. Yeah. Right?
No, we're pretty much. I mean, we're under UN rule. I mean, we're already under the one world government.
Regions, as you said, right?
Yeah.
What FEMA region are we in?
Well, the FEMA regions are being phased out for the mega region. We're like in the Mid-Atlantic mega region.
Okay.
Because their plan isn't going to the way they want it, so they changed it, and that's what 2050 is all about.
So 2050 is about like transitioning.
Well, between 2020 and 2050 is a transition period where they switch from the FEMA regions to the mega regions to the mega cities, and they push everybody into the mega cities and go, it's overcrowded. Meanwhile, all the wilderness area is uninhabited, and there is no overpopulation of the planet. It's the Rothschild Zionist control of the planet to herd everybody in and kill off all the undesirables. And anybody that rebels and stays out in the wilderness, they hunt down and kill because there's few,
Gigantic
Hunger Games.
Honeypots.
Yeah, Hunger Games.
For them to dissect, destruct, and poison.
And feed up on as they wish.
Carry out all sorts of conventional and unconventional warfare against the people.
Correct. Yeah, and they can call us as they wish. And because if you get everybody into a big city, well, shit, all you got to do is light off one nuke and that city's gone and all the inhabitants are gone. And, well, hey, that's a great way to, how do you kill all the cockroaches? You turn the light off, you set something out on the floor that they love, they all come out, and you come in, turn on the light and bomb them with a fucking spray, raid, and they're all dead. And it's the easiest thing.
Glenn, this also ties in that recently with all this Russian espionage, and we know that that's BS.
Yeah, yes, there is some Russian espionage. I'm not saying that Russia is not doing espionage, but the bullshit that they're telling us is our own fucking factions inside our own government doing it. And I don't know which factions are doing it, so I'm not on any side of this, but like I get information from one side and I get information from the other side, and some of it pans out from both sides. So, like I said before on David Dottry's Two Open Minds, I put everything into a sieve and I push it through. Whatever falls through is bullshit, and I disregard that. Whatever stays in that sieve, I look at it, and that's usually the truth.
Yeah, amen to that.
So I get it from both sides. There is war going on in between the factions because some of the higher oligarchs don't want to destroy the golden goose. The other ones want to kill it and, just get rid of all humans. And that means themselves too, unfortunately. And if they want to do that, get rid of your fucking selves and leave us alone.
Yeah, amen to that. Yeah. So let's. I think we're about to close it out. So, yeah. I mean, I think the only takeaway I have out of this that I want to put out there is that it's the Associated Press. Mm-hmm. That's where to look into. That's usually the source for, this Fox News, CNN. CNN,
every media center gets their feed from the AP.
Sure. So basically, hey, it's under AP is kind of the over top over everything. Maybe Reuters might be at the same level, but they're all owned and controlled by the same source. And so they had a thin veil and they just lifted the veil. Pretty
much, yeah. It came up and the veil lit on fire and went poof, and Toto pulled back the veil, it lit on fire, and it's an old wrinkled man, and it's named
pulled back the curtain,
and it's an old wrinkled man Rothschild that does all of it.
Rothschild is behind it.
Correct.
AP
through Reuters and through the other one. There's two of them that are over it, but it's a 501c3.
AP, United Press International, AP, UPI, Reuters.
Yeah, it's the major three are there, but they all own each other, but they're all owned by Rothschild and by the Rothschild Zionist Bank. So yeah,
and he owns the others too.
Right. So yeah, so he owns it from the top down.
That's who we have to blame. Look into this stuff. I think we're gonna probably put some links in the description box.
Well, I'm also putting. I got a lot of the stuff in the article I'm writing, and I'm putting this video or whatever I can get out of it in the article too. So
excellent.
So it's all setting it up in there, and there's a lot more information in the article, and there's a lot more coming because I am going to keep digging. So
great job, Glenn. I really appreciate it because we got it now, and also, Glenn, you're gonna be my guest on Monday. Well, first of all, you're headed down to
Virginia Beach
tomorrow to interview
Madison Star Moon. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Come again with that. So you're going down
to Virginia Beach tomorrow, and then Saturday I will be doing a live interview with Madison Star Moon and following her around on the beach for a small chemtrail little rally that she wanted to have.
Right on.
And this is going to be.
And then of course come back.
Right, and then Monday
if you can, or Sunday if you can, and then Monday night we're gonna have a number of folks on there. Basically, we'll take callers, and Glenn, David, and I hope everybody in the Renegade think tank will be, or as many as or can,
right.
if they're not busy or interested or whatever. I'm just gonna try to have a big discussion, opening of course with this because this is the lead to everything. The AP rigging the election. We have the smoking gun. So we're gonna open with that, and then we're gonna get into everything.
Well, yeah, and
how this mockery of an election has taken over the minds of the public.
Yeah, and I'm also going to cover the corrupt politician Andy Ostrowski for a little bit.
Okay, yeah, and also you talked to Macy Tomlin.
Yeah, Macy
and get a little more information about the kosher Nostra controlled opposition agent.
He posted a video. He posted a video. I haven't watched it yet, but I downloaded it. But it is out there, and it's blowing up in views. And he, like I said, I haven't watched it yet, so I can't comment too much on it.
Well, I just want you to talk about what Macy said to you,
yeah.
and the rest, everybody else who's probably going to be listening to that show. A lot of them have.
Yeah, we'll cover the big stuff that I hit this week because this week's been a big week. I mean, I've had 3 or 4 major things hit, and yeah, it's been a busy week, mate.
It has been, but it's that time of year, honestly.
Yep. So we just ride the wave as much as we can, man.
Yeah, that's right. You gotta make hay while the sun's shining.
Feast
right?
or famine, mate. Feast or famine. Yeah.
Right. So
I appreciate you putting it out as quick as you did too. I mean, thank you.
Oh, hey. I mean, that's what I'm sitting around waiting for.
Yeah.
Sitting around waiting for something like that.
Like I said, when that fell in my lap, it was at first I thought it was a joke. I mean, that's why I checked into it because it's like, what is somebody fucking rigging? Is somebody putting out fake shit? And it was like,
yeah, I thought that too.
I went, wait a minute, and I started looking into the TV station. I've been on the radio so much I keep saying radio. And on the TV station, I looked into it, and then I found out, or I saw that they were on my friends list, and it was like, well, wait a minute, I'm going to contact these people immediately. And then you had it out, and that's when I called them out, and it was like, and like I said, I got to give them their kudos. They responded back immediately. So amen. I give them a B minus. But
hey, it's good. It's all good.
It's all good, and
and the AP.
And the AP is
AP was. I'll just close out by saying AP, Associated Press, rigging the elections. Check it out. AP rigging the elections. We'll put the screenshots in the description. We'll put the screenshots in the comment section. And that's all I have to say.
Yeah.
AP rigged, fixed this election, and the smoking gun we just talked about. So, hey, thanks a lot, Glenn.
Thank you, mate. And
we'll looking forward to Monday night show on Renegade Broadcasting, the Militia Intelligence Report. That'll be 8 p.m. Eastern. November the 7th, one day before the, well, we already know the results, but
Yeah, we'll see. We'll
So,
see. It's going to be interesting.
Pass it back to you.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, and thank you, like I said, for getting on this real quick. And I got to give a shout out to Ian Boyle too, because he helped put this out.
Absolutely, thanks.
And
Ian.
he helped me on a lot of the stuff and got it out there, which it probably went more viral because of him. And I thank him, because I was talking to him about Agenda 2050, and then I saw this and I had to jump on this, and it was like, yeah. So, all right, man. Yeah, I will be, like I said, I will be on, hopefully live Saturday, and then I will definitely be on your show Monday. So I appreciate it, and God bless, mate.
All right, well, I'll talk to you soon then, and thanks a lot. Great work.
All right, peace, mate.
All right, God bless. Peace.